Just tough loss. Proud of the guys' effort. We fought back, gave ourselves a chance to win at the end, but too many mistakes. I mean, we had the, fumble snap, a fumble kickoff return, a couple of minus field turnovers, and just got to do a better job protecting the football, tackling, and again, just a lot of mistakes. Got to clean it up.
How have the guys responded? I mean, this is, since you've been here the first time with the loss. So how Sunday and Monday, how did they?
Well, it's like everything else. You have to treat those the same. You know what I'm saying? We'll hit the field today and correct it. One thing about it, you got to get over a loss. That's the reality of football. But you got to learn from it. And that's what we got to do, Jason. I think we got to make sure, again, you can't turn the ball over and win games, and that's the reality of football. And I thought we played hard. I thought, again, as a football coach, you're always proud of the fight. This team's not going to quit. It doesn't matter the score of the situation. They're going to fight to the last end. But we know we want to win games, too. We know we got to protect the ball.
Does it make it?
And tackle.
Does it make it more important for the guys to sort of move on quickly because you're going on the road and
well, you're getting into the conference now. So one thing you have to understand, this is, you're in conference play. The non-conference, we have one non-conference game left, but really from here on out, it's basically a conference schedule. So understand all your goals and everything go through your conference. So we've got to be ready. And this is, to a degree, kind of the start of a new season. So we got to be ready.
In the first 3 games, what have you learned about your team?
They'll play to the end and they'll fight. Again, we don't go out there and want to turn the ball over and do those things, but those things happen sometimes, and that's what we have to correct. But, we have to just work on our fundamentals, ball security, tackling, those things. But the reality is this football team is going to fight to the end, and as a coach, that's what makes you proud. To the end of the day, that's one thing I always we talk about, and that's one thing these guys always do. So, again, like I said, I always put the loss on me. It's always my fault, but I'll take that loss any day. A team fights hard for 60 minutes, and just hopefully we'll get better, and we know we want to win, and that's what we have to do to win.
We had a big offensive line, but everybody does. Your guys, how are you trying to attack that with, kind of undersized players?
I thought, I really thought their running back was good too. I thought that their running back showed a lot of power. He did. He made some good runs. For the most part, it wasn't. I thought defensively, we were backed up a lot early in the first half. I thought a couple times we got out of there in the red zone with a field goal or no points. I didn't think they had the one drive after we had the interception for a touchdown. They came back and had the nice drive for a touchdown. But after that, we had the snap over the head at the 10. Then we had the fumble kickoff return at the wherever it was, the 15 or wherever, 20. And so it seemed like to me that first quarter, that second quarter, it was almost like we were just backed up. But I thought, for the most part, other than those minus yardage situations, we battled pretty good. I think we got it back to 17-10. I think we might have thrown another pick deep down inside. So it was just like those minus yardage situations kind of really got to us in the first half. And I want to say I could be wrong, but I think 17 of those 24 were probably where we were on the minus side of the field, walking onto the field. And then I thought in the second half, after we had tied it up, I think we had another turnover and got back on the minus side of the field, and they got another. So that's 20 points off of turnovers, and that's something, we've got to certainly correct. And I know it was a rainy day, bad conditions, but both teams got to handle it, and they handled the conditions better than we did.
Coach, when you look back at those turnovers and the miscues on special teams, do you factor that as more of an issue of execution, the environment, or focus?
And that's a good question. Like I said, as a coach, you always take the blame for all of it. You know what I'm saying? We certainly we've got to, execute better. That's the reality on that. I don't think, we can sit here for 10 hours on a fumble or a snap or anything else. And it's not anything anybody does intentionally. Sometimes it just happens, and certainly we just got to go practice and get better and make sure, that doesn't happen again. That's the reality of it. But again, as a football coach, the one thing I love to see is after all that adversity, and that's what I told them at halftime. I said, just about everything that could go wrong to a football team has gone wrong. We're only down 7. And then we came back and got the score right after it with Ito's good run there. And I thought, well, we're back in this thing. And then we had another turnover. So I don't think it's something that you plan on doing, but it happens sometimes. And we've just got to bounce back and clean it up.
Coach, where was your team's focus level Saturday before the game, especially with the weather delay? Did that have any?
Well, you can't make excuses on it all. They had to deal with the same thing we had to. So the reality is, both teams played in the same conditions and the same. They just handled it better, I felt like. Again, we had some miscues and some misexecutions, but it's part of football, and what we have to do from that is live and learn. We have to learn from it and get better this week.
Can a early season loss like this, can that kind of serve as a wake-up call for a team and you turn it into
You
a
hope
positive
so.
moving forward?
You hope so, and that's something. Certainly. That's what you're counting on as a football team, that, hey, it's a wake-up call. Because one thing you do, sometimes the mistakes or errors that you make, they kind of amplify up a little bit in a loss. Sometimes when you win, you can kind of cruise through it. But I think one thing, it becomes so evident, when you look at them in losses. So you learn a lot more, in your defeats. You do. And our job as a football team is just to get better, and it's, again, I'm saying it's something I got to do a better job of.
Coach, after the game, Dylan Bradley said that, after a loss like that, it could either be negative or positive. You can use it to your advantage. So how do you expect your team to kind of embrace the challenge of, showing people that you're better than?
Well, the bottom line is it defines who you are. It's got to make you better. You know what I'm saying? And that's as a football team, that's our challenge. I think Dylan's got some wise words there. It's our challenge. To make us better, that's what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? Adversity strikes us all. So now we got to get in there and we got to fight. But again, that's part of it.
After the first loss and the guys came in yesterday, what was your frame of mind?
Well, we didn't practice yesterday, but one thing about it, they're resilient. This bunch is a fighting bunch, and that's the one thing I've learned about them. They're fighters and they're competitors, and they're going to go to war. And I don't think, again, I thought effort, fight, all that stuff. That was a winning effort. We knew Troy was a good football team. They don't play Clemson down to the wire if that's not a good football team coming into town. But again, mistakes occur, and they happened to us on Saturday. We had our fair share of them, and those are the things that we almost found a way to overcome it, but those are the things we just got to clean up.
Coach, kind of looking ahead to this UTEP ball game this weekend, had a chance to start the game prep for them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of give us your overview of them and talk a little bit about what they do well on offense.
Well, they're a good football team. They run the ball well. They mix it up, though, and give you a lot of different looks. Again, defensively, physical defense, flies around. I think the biggest thing, Lanny, is we know we got a conference opponent. We're on the road in conference, so we know we got a big challenge. I think that's what we have to understand. And again, I worry about us more than anything. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we're taking care of our business and we're being precise in what we do. And again, that's what we have to do.
Did you guys come out of this pretty clean, or got some?
I think so. We're pretty healthy, Tim. Always have a few bumps and bruises, but nothing that where anybody's out.
Players of the week.
Offensively, Ito was the offensive player of the week. Defensively, we had, I'm trying to think here, we had Elijah Parker. Special teams wise, Parker Schonfield. Those were our 3.
I'm sorry, who was special teams?
Parker.
Both of them? Parker and Parker?
No, Elijah Parker was defense. Yeah.
The running back you're talking about for UTEP, is he a big guy, quick guy?
A little bit of both. You know, he's got speed, power, really good back, really good back.
You get that turnover, you get it back to 24. I think there was an interception after that, so now you're down 3. You go for the punt.
Yeah,
Punt there.
yeah.
If they turn around and score on
Yeah.
you, put you back scrambling again.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the deals too, Tim, that again, you know, Waz did a good job with the design the fake, and it was, you know, it's one of those just wide open, you know, but the reality is we didn't get it, and, you know, that's always, you know, one of those deals where, like I said, I said that on the onside kick in Kentucky. I'm never going to apologize for playing to win. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am, you know. But the reality is, you know, we felt like it was there, and looking back on film, it was. We just didn't get it. And certainly, when you don't get it, that's never a good thing, you know what I'm saying? But again, you know, I thought, you know, just a misexecution here or there, a block here or there, and we might go 40 it to the house, you know. So, I mean, it's, you know, one of those things. We just got to continue working execution, you know.
And do it again.
What's that?
You do it
Yeah.
again.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if I feel like it can help us win, I'm going to do it. You know, I don't care if it's going for 2. You know, we went for 4th and 1 on the 30 that led to the touchdown on about the 40. You know what I'm saying? We were down by 10. I went for 4th and 2 there. I mean, I'll never sit up there and say, if I feel like, hey, it gives us a chance to win, you know, we got to execute. And at the end of the day, that's part of it, you know, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.